Namaste, I'm Archana Pammi. Welcome back to my channel. This is a new series called as the Strengthening series. Now we're going to be doing from our shoulders all the way through the legs. We're going to start with our shoulders. The subsequent day will be the heart. The third day would be our back, our legs, and so forth, and our hips as well. So this is a strengthening series, and what we're actually doing is we're going to be doing a few yin style of asanas to deepen the joints, the ligaments, the fascia, which are connecting to each of these body parts. So today we're going to start with our shoulders, the top of the body. So there'll be 4 or 5 asanas again done in style. So we're going to hold them longer, and please breathe. The longer you breathe, the longer your muscles, the easily your muscles relax. And if your muscles relax, then the deeper tissue, joints, your ligaments and fascia tend to stretch and relax. And that's exactly what we want. Once you get those joints moving flexibly, then the mobility in your shoulder and the other muscles attaching to your shoulders becomes even more better. So we'll start with a few of them, and of course, as always, I will show you the easy variation and one that you can do a little bit harder. The first one that we're going to be doing is known as the eagle arms. What you would do in Garudasana or the eagle pose, the same thing, we're just going to do seated, just working only the shoulders. So we'll start by right going over the left. So just inhale, lift your arms up. You're going to cross the right elbow over the left elbow and try to get both your palms together as much as possible. For some of you, you may be able to stack both the palms together. For some of you, will not be able to reach. I can only reach half of it, so I'm okay with it. Just gonna stay there, keeping it holding in front of you. If you feel comfortable, you can rest your chin on top of the upper arm, the right upper arm. Now, if this is too intense, just cross the right over the left and just place the palm as close to your shoulder as possible, just hugging yourself like this. So this is the easy version, and this is the little bit hard version where there's more opening happening. So to keep it holding for a little longer, you can rest your chin and keep there and stay breathing for about a minute or two. And feel free to close your eyes or keep it open. I prefer to close my eyes so I'm not distracted or not moving much. So let's continue, and remember, long breaths, soft exhalations, and relax. It's almost a minute up. So we're gonna stay here for another minute before we switch to the other hand. Just keep breathing slowly. Inhale and exhale as long and soft as possible. And slowly release, releasing your palms first and then your arms, and relax. Now you can all, I would recommend that you hold this continuously for the 2 minutes. If it hurts in between, release and again go back and ensure that you're able to hold it long. The best benefit of yin style of asanas is how long you hold. So to avoid tension, to avoid discomfort of moving and whatnot, try to bring your focus back to your breath, which is why I said inhale deeply and soft exhalations. The longer the exhalations, you end up relaxing your entire body and you're more focused on exhaling slow and long. So that way you're not much distracted. Now moving over to the left hand side. Again, like I said, cross the left elbow over the right. If you find the full eagle arms pose very intense, you can simply place the arms around your shoulders and just hug yourself. This is also good. Otherwise, cross the left over the left palm over the right palm. And again, lifting it lightly in front of you so you can rest your chin if you're comfortable. Otherwise, this is also perfectly fine. Staying here for another 2 minutes. Inhale and slow, long exhalations to relax. It's about a minute here. Staying here for another minute. And slowly releasing. Start by releasing your palms and then bring your arms down and release the elbows. So that was eagle arms. So the next up is known as the archer arms, or essentially the one that you do in Gomukhasana. So for this, I would recommend, if you find it difficult to bind your arms behind, to use a strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, it's okay. You can use a belt or a scarf, or you don't need any of those. You can just hold on to your top that you're wearing, your t-shirt or your dress. So I'm just going to tilt a little bit to the side so you can see this clearly. And again, we're going to start with the right arm first. So as you inhale, lift your right arm up and place the right palm on top of your back. As you exhale, bring your left arm behind your back and you're going to try to reach to connect both your palms. So you connect your fingers. Some of you may have good range of mobility in terms of your shoulder joint, the ball and socket joint. So it may be easy to completely wrap, but try to find a spot where you feel comfortable enough, because we're going to be holding it for about 2 minutes. So you don't want to reach really hard and then struggle there. So just a brief connect so that you can stay there. And like I said, if you find this difficult, you can just drop a strap and you can try to hold on to the strap as such. So that way you can slowly keep bringing your hand closer to the strap and to a point where you can touch both the fingers or the palms. You can hold it there, or you can just hold the strap to give that tension. If not, again, using a strap, just hold on to your t-shirt so that way you get that tension, right? So inhale, right arm up, exhale, left arm behind, the fingers intertwining, shoulders open, chest open, gaze forward. And we're going to stay here, keep breathing for 2 minutes. Again, feel free to close your eyes and take long, deep exhalations. We're up the 1 minute mark. We have another minute. The most in yoga poses are done for a minimum of 1.5 minutes, and there are a lot of people who are very practiced, who are experienced, who can actually hold up to 5 minutes. So you want to gradually increase the time, but if you're doing it for the first time, you might find it a little uncomfortable to hold longer, which is why I would still recommend you to try for at least 2 minutes. And remember to breathe and relax while you do this. It becomes easier if you breathe. If you're not breathing, it just becomes very difficult. So inhale and exhale. And slowly releasing, lifting off your right arm, releasing your left arm. Just take it a moment. You can just shake your shoulders a little bit or your arms just to, release that deep stretch if it feels uncomfortable. Now we're going to shift over to the left side. Again, inhale, left arm up behind your shoulders, and then exhale, right arm behind. Now you can see it was easy the other way around. It's always harder on one side, the other side it is easy. That's how it is. So make it a little bit of an extra effort to connect on the left hand side. It's always been the case for me. Just to make it a little bit easy for me today, I'm going to use the strap on the left hand side. Just holding it together, keeping my shoulders open and breathing. Again, staying here for 2 minutes. So inhale and exhale. So to completing a minute, I'm going to hold here for another minute. A gentle reminder to keep breathing. Deep inhale and soft, long exhalation. And feel free to close your eyes to relax completely. And slowly releasing. Release the top hand and then release the bottom hand. Again, just roll your shoulders or just shake your arms up. Just release, deep stretch. You should be feeling a good burn at least at the top of your arm, depending on where the tension is, or maybe around the shoulder socket joint, wherever it is. Just let it relax for a moment. The next couple of asanas that we're going to be doing are going to be done lying down, prone. We're going to lie down on a belly and do it. The first one is a lying chest opener. So let's do that. So you start by lying down on your belly. Um, what we are going to do is we're going to bring our elbows right below our shoulders. Now, this is also, as much as it is to open the shoulder, it also helps open the chest because we are opening the shoulder, the chest, the cavity here, the thoracic cavity here is actually opened even more. So, what we're going to do is start by opening up on the right hand side. So, take your right elbow and place it a little bit outside, and we're going to bring our knees towards the right side of our body in front. So now your elbow is out. So you're going to lie down and then open up. So we're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. Your left arm can be obviously in the front, but I feel if you keep it behind, the palm resting on your lower back, then you're also opening the front of your left shoulder. So this is even better. But feel free to keep your left arm in front of you if it feels too intense or you feel like you're losing your balance as well. So again, remember, deep breaths and soft exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Staying here for 2 minutes. A minute is up. Reminder to keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly release by bringing the left arm in front. Now I learned another deeper way to stretch this out, but that of course works more on the muscles. Now that you have worked the joints, it's good to work the muscles out as well. So what you do is you stretch out the right arm out completely. Open yourself by opening your left leg towards the arm that is extended, the right arm, and then your left arm stays extended above. So this is a very deep stretch. Be mindful. If it feels too intense, please avoid. Just staying here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Feel free to rest your head. and again relax. Bring your arm down, bring your legs together, and slowly release your arm. Again, bring the elbows below the shoulder. So, what we did on the right hand side, now we're going to do on the left hand side. So, start by opening your left elbow to the side, turning towards the left side of your body, placing the knees in front of your body, bending them, and the right palm behind your lower back. Rest, resting your head, shoulder open both the sides, and relaxing. Keep breathing for 2 minutes and close your eyes. And like we did with the left side, releasing by bringing the right arm in front, then rolling over on your belly. You've got to extend the left arm completely out. Roll over by bringing the right leg behind and extending the right arm up, getting a deeper stretch on the left shoulder now, and also by lifting the right arm up, a little bit of more opening the front of the chest and the right shoulder as well. Staying here for just a few breaths. And release by bringing your right arm down, then releasing your left arm, bringing both the elbows in front of you. Now, the next pose that we're going to be doing is known as the happy heart. It is sometimes also called as the puppy dog or half downward dog, which is done kneeling. Just lift yourself up, kneeling. You start by taking the tabletop position or on your fours. Start by placing your palms, your elbows, and everything right below your shoulders. Your knees are hip width apart. You can either curl your toes or keep the top of the foot flat on the mat. I prefer keeping it flat. Whatever works for you, please feel free to do that. And what you're going to do is slowly stretch your palms forward as you bring your chest and forehead onto the mat. Stretch of your shoulders, the arms lengthening away from the shoulder joint. And take a few minutes and keep breathing. Before you continue there, I just wanted to tell, if this feels very easy for you and you don't feel anything happening, you can always use a couple of blocks or maybe cushions. I have only one block today. Maybe I do have another block. I'll show you that. So I'm just going to place both the blocks. And as I stretch out, I'm going to place the arms, the elbows on the block, and the palms behind me. This is another variation. For some of you, this may feel easy because it's elevated. For some of you, that may be difficult. I prefer sinking into the floor, so I'm going to go that way and stretches better as well. Feel comfortable to choose what works for you and stay here and breathing for 2 minutes. Inhale and exhale. Now, either you could sink your lower back, like what I'm doing right now, maintaining this arch, or if not, you could lift up by tucking your navel in and keeping your back straight. Feel free to use what works for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Alright, staying here, breathing. And to release, you can slowly retract your arms and then lift up. Be gentle when you release so that you're not hurting yourself. So that was Happy Heart or Puppy Dog, whichever variation you would like to call it, or half downward dog done with knee kneeling. So again, we pretty much went through the entire motion. We retracted, retracted, we retracted. We also extended it, the elevation and the depression. So now we are going to take it a little bit further with another pose called as the bow tie. So essentially, you're just going to cross your arms for me like a bow around your neck. The only prop I would recommend for that is just a block, just to rest your head in case your head doesn't reach the floor yet. Again, this is also done prone, so let's do that. So we start by lying down on our belly. Now for this, we're going to use a prop, which is a block, so we can rest our head. This is not really required, but if you feel that your head is hanging for a long time, then you can use it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by sliding the left arm under and the right arm goes over, so forming a bow. And now, as you can see, your head is hanging. So either you can place the chin on the upper arm of the right arm, or if you have the block in front of you, you could rest your forehead on top of the block, whatever feels comfortable. If not, it's okay to just simply rest your chin on your upper arm. Another thing is, again, I have a very short neck, so it's not easy for my head to stretch all the way over and rest the forehead on the floor. And also, if you have leaner arms, it's easier. So it's very difficult for me to rest my head on the floor, but I'm okay. I place the chin on my upper arm and I relax here. Both the palms are pressing into the mat. Should feel a good stretch on the right end of the shoulder. And again, like with every poses, we're going to stay here breathing for 2 minutes. Inhale and exhale. This up, a gentle reminder to keep breathing, inhale and exhale. Be free to close your eyes and try to remain as still as possible. Not much movement. And slowly releasing, lift your head. Release the right arm first and then the left arm. Now going into the other side, bring the right arm under your left arm and then your left arm over now, resting your chin on top of the left upper arm. And keep breathing, staying here for 2 minutes. Inhale, exhale. Minute is up. So stay here for another minute. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Feel your belly rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And to slowly release, lift off your head. Release the left arm first and then the right arm. And slowly sitting up. Okay, so we finished up with all the asanas and we're going to relax now with Shavasana. Now you could do the traditional Savasana that you're going to do. Going to try a slightly different variation so we can relax the shoulder. We're going to place a blanket roll below our shoulder blades and relax. I'll show you how it is done. Let's just pick up my blanket. So this is just a blanket that I have. I'm just going to pack it up by just rolling it tightly. And I'm going to now rest my shoulder blade on that. That's going to require some trials. Yeah, so you want your shoulder blade on it. So your shoulder is then relaxed and lying on the floor. You're just going to place your arms above your head, maybe keep your elbows bent a little. Now, for those who have a lower back, deeper lower back arch, this may feel a little intense because this is also a good back stretch. So, what you can do is you can keep your knees bent all throughout and feet apart and your knees falling into each other like this and relax. If you feel comfortable and no strain in your lower back, You can always extend your leg and relax in Shavasana. For me, because of the arch, the lower back actually strains if I extend my leg. So I'm just going to let my knees collapse into each other, and your shoulder blades are nicely resting, and your shoulders are now relaxed and suspended. Just gonna stay here and keep breathing and relax, and let your shoulder relax into after all the stretches that we have done. Just breathe, inhale, let your belly rise, exhale, let your belly drop. The deeper the inhale, your lungs are filled, the diaphragm is pushed out, your belly rises, and the deeper you exhale, you're emptying your lungs, the diaphragm is pushed up, so your belly falls. Abdominal breathing. Keep breathing deeply, inhale and exhale, and feel your entire body relax. Staying here for a couple of minutes, and I'll guide you out of it. And slowly releasing from the pose, we start by rolling over to the right side to lift ourselves up and relax. So that was all the asanas that we did to strengthen our shoulder, all the joints, the ligaments and tendons around the shoulder socket. So we ended up doing eagle arms, going over, again retracting, and then again, retracting by taking it into archer arms or gomukasana, and then course, we ended up stretching by opening up our arms a little bit more with the reclined or the lying shoulders opener or the chest opener, and went it even deeper by opening up both the arms. And of course, then we stretched the front of the shoulders again with puppy dog or a happy heart pose, and then we went over again with bow tie. This was again a variation of Savasana. We just elevated the shoulder blades so we could just let the shoulders drop and relax. If that felt uncomfortable, feel free to go back, pause the video, go back and lie down completely flat as you would normally do Shavasana as well. So a word of caution before you try these out. If you have had any shoulder surgery or severe injuries in terms of dislocation or anything like that, I would recommend you consult with your doctor before doing this. But other than that, if you have just sprained or slept inappropriately, or just overworked, or you have very bad posture because you're always sitting and working, slouching, or looking at your mobile, or sleeping in really odd positions or a bad mattress, most of the place is there's a lot of tension in your shoulders and especially the area near your shoulders and your neck. So doing this will help relax your neck as well. You saw that in most of the places we were just resting our chin. So there was not much tension in the neck either. And either you were relaxing and lying down on the floor so your neck was rested. So this will also help relieve a little bit of tension in your neck as well as you are stretching the shoulders. So hope this was beneficial. But remember, these stretches work the best only when you breathe. So I hope if you have just watched this, the next time you do, you keep breathing deeper. You breathe, the longer you exhale is when your entire muscles relax and let you get deeper in your joints, your ligaments to stretching too. All right. On that note, have a great day ahead. Namaste.